Let's see what Joe Knows is talking about in 2K.
So the reaction to my first video was pretty interesting to say the least.
I covered it the other day. He was basically talking about the 2K community needs to take a stand similar to what the college football community did, and we need to stick it to Ronnie and the 2K community and Mike Wang. Stop buying all these microtransactions. They're giving real hard-hitting takes out here in the 2K community.
This video to make sense, you probably need to go watch that video, so I'll leave it in the description if you didn't check it out. But pretty much I was talking about the college football situation, microtransactions, NBA 2K27, and kind of linking it all together, and just talking about the actual challenges that we're up against as a community. And to my surprise, a lot of the community instantly clowned me for it and said it's impossible. But if you look at the quote tweets to my video, I know my Twitter's in light mode, get over it, it's how I like it. But pretty much saying this is a waste of time got more than triple the likes that the actual conversation itself got. And then the
I don't like these responses like this. Thinking y'all can do this to 2K is killing me. This shit got 16,000 likes. Listen, I know it sounds corny. Yeah, yo, Joe Knows you need to go on dark mode. What the fuck? This shit is crazy. This is a terrorist act. We got flashbanged, right? But like, this shit has 16,000 likes. And like, as corny as it sounds, you need to be the change that you want to see in the world, bro. Nothing changes because y'all like getting fucked. Like, I don't even understand I don't understand like the concept of just laying down and just be like, whatever, bro. Like, me personally, I'd rather go down with a fight, but
second quotes, we got double the likes the actual conversation got, saying the fact that he's getting blitzed for even posting this is how you can see the difference between the two communities, man. Sucks to see. When more people are supporting the fact that you shouldn't even try than people supporting the actual conversation, that says a lot. Another thing people attacked was the way I approached my first video on the topic. I felt the point of the first video was to not only start the conversation, but educate people on what exactly the challenges we were facing were. People said doing that was doing nothing or engagement.
I will say, regardless of the negative response you do get, if you genuinely believe in the mission, I do think you owe it to people to just stick with it, because I'm not gonna lie, what he's talking about and what the 2K community and the college football community are talking about are things that I've been talking about for over 10 years now. Since 2K13. So since 2012, I've been talking about this shit. And it falls on deaf ears for the most part. My hope for people like Joe and other people in the 2K community who have an actual voice is you don't give up just because you get a little bit of negative. You're going to get some pushback. And to that, I say, never forget, during the American Revolution, people forget the part where there were people who were loyal to the British. There are always going to be people who side with the corporation or side with the king. Fucking during slavery, during the Civil War, there were Negroes loyal to the fucking slave master. There were Negroes who fought for the fucking Confederacy. I don't care. I want my fucking freedom. Freedom has a price. Some people got to get left behind. That's how I feel. You said Clarence Thomas. Yeah, shit. That nigga Clarence Thomas, boy. I genuinely, that's one of the things that I feel like people got to understand. Some people got to get left behind in order for us to get to the promised land. Fuck them. That's how I feel.
Farming. To me, it was the necessary first step in this whole process. For example, so many people were saying our situation was the same as the college football situation. But Bordeaux, the man who started the college football movement, when I talked to him personally, the first thing he pointed out was the differences between the college football community situation and the 2K community situation. And when you look at the college football situation, what they actually accomplished, they didn't completely remove microtransactions or completely change EA's business strategy. The pay to progress feature that EA snuck into an offline game mode, they got that removed. And EA didn't even return the game to the way that the college football community wanted. The reason I approached my first video the way that I did was I felt it was important to point out the differences between the college football situation and the 2K community's ongoing situation with microtransactions. If the 2K community actually wants something to change, it's not going to be a 2-day fight where a hashtag goes trending on Twitter and instantly things change.
And to be fair, that has nothing to even do with video games. That's the protest for any type of situation, yeah? Freaking when people was protesting Target, like, it didn't hit them overnight. We had to wait for that quarterly report, and then that quarterly report came out and they started losing money. Like, so for like 2K, you're gonna have to protest it for like a whole year probably before you get that change that you want. And that's the problem. We live in this instant gratification era where people want to be happy, they want to live in a bubble, and they just want to be blissfully ignorant to their own demise. You're gonna have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. But I think this one's a little bit different for me for video games, and this is why me personally, I've been frustrated fighting this fight. We're not talking about real shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is not politics that are affecting real life. We're talking about video games. So for a situation like this, when it comes to like a video game and they're doing a business practice you don't like, the uncomfortable part is you just can't play the game. There's a million other games that you can play. Like with real life shit, you get real uncomfortable making protests for shit that matters. This is like just don't play the fucking game. It's really that simple. I don't and it's like, damn, you can't even do that. You must be pussy in real life. I'm not afraid to say it. I think you are pussy if you are afraid to fucking boycott a goddamn corporation that sells things. Cause I know you ain't got no backbone in real life. We talking about video
The
games.
public needed to hear all that information I put in the first video to understand what exactly the challenges are. It was so surprising to me that people questioned that strategy. When you look back at some of the biggest activists in human history, that's the approach they took. Now, I know I'm gonna get clowned for this, but one of the most influential human beings to ever step foot on Earth used this approach to fight much tougher battles than video game microtransactions.
All right, Joe. I like you. Where are you going with this MLK shit? We gonna let him talk. I'm gonna let him talk, but we're be careful because they didn't like him till he was dead. I ain't ready for that conversation.
Dr. King firmly believed in educating the public before initiating action. King believed that a well-educated, informed public was essential for shifting social consciousness and that educating the community was a vital precursor to negotiation and direct action. If you're going to try to impact change, you have to have people understanding what the problems are, what the challenges are. And that was what I felt was an important first step. To the people saying I'm just talking and I'm doing nothing, you're very misguided and very uninformed. Now, earlier in the week, I was at the World Cup semifinal, but
Slight flex. Shout out to Joe. Slight flex.
all 5 days that I spent in Texas,
Those were some good seats, by the way. This nigga got money, man. He got money. Those are not cheap seats. Broke bitches.
busy contacting every single creator I possibly could in the space. I reached out to almost 40 content creators on the phone or messaging in the DMs, trying to gather everyone's opinion, not only on what they felt.
Damn, this nigga didn't reach out to me, man. It don't matter what I do. Hey, listen. One of my biggest problems is I'm not really part of any community because I play everything, but like I always get left out the conversation, bruh. This shit crazy. I'm the one that's been fighting this fight.
Should be changed, but how we should try to change it.
Big
And
call me,
unfortunately,
nigga.
a large majority of those content creators never even responded to me. And the ones that did, everybody's opinion and strategy was just so far apart that we were miles
you ain't put
away
nobody
from
on.
ever
Facts,
being on the
facts.
same page. So judging by the
What up, Trey?
responses from these content creators, but also the lack of responses from these content creators, and the response from the public to my first video starting the conversation, it really felt like getting everybody in the community on the same page was nowhere close to happening. I have some people telling me, use your contacts at 2K whenever you talk to the devs or
Nah, that's facts. Like I would say if they really want to affect some type of change in 2K, because I'm not part of 2K. I play 2K, but I'm not part of 2K community. So if Joe, you see this video, if you really want to affect some type of change, you need to get on code with other people. You need to get maybe like 2 or 3 to 5 more content creators in the 2K community who are big, who have a big voice, and you need to hop in a Discord call and say, all right, what are the main 3 to 5 bullet points that we want to focus on, the messaging in our video, and we need to hammer those. In my opinion, this is why the Democrats lost last year. Like Democrats just be all over the place. Well, some of them are bought out. That's why. You need to have talking points and be like, this is the things that we are going to focus on. If you do that, I think it'll hammer home more for people. But if you guys are all over the place, the one thing we all agree on is 2K needs to be fixed. But there's not a universal message. If you create a universal message and all the big creators are saying it, when their audience hears it and they watch your video and then they go to, I don't know, Badge Plug's video or they go to Swante's video or whatever, and they hear the same thing, it starts to, you're programming people. It is manipulation, but it's in a good way. You've already been manipulated in a negative way to buy all the bullshit, so you might as well use your power. This is what it means when I say that, like, people need to start being influencers again. This is your fucking job. It's a blessing to be able to play video games for a living, and if you can be able to affect the business practices of the thing that we love, you should. This is what it means to be a proper influencer.
2K employees advocate on our behalf and tell them what we want changed. And I have the other half of people telling me, burn your bridges with 2K, never go to another 2K event. That'll make them change. Regardless of what I choose, it feels like somebody's going to be upset.
I wonder if Sam Jackson took inspiration from Stephen A. Smith for Stephen from Django. Both hairlines are pushed back like black folks whenever we bring up reparations.
So shout out to Ariel with the $10 super chat. I don't think he took inspiration from Stephen A. Smith. I think you just wanted to shit on him. And to be fair, I'm not opposed to it. Like,
now, full transparency,
the super
if
chat.
never going to another 2K event meant that they would eliminate
Because college football had a hashtag that went viral. Yeah, they were on code. The problem with the 2K community, they just be bickering amongst each other.
transactions from the game going forward, I would do it in a heartbeat. Not to flex, but the money I make from my community day videos is a very small portion of my income for the year. I could gladly sacrifice that and wouldn't see any change in my personal life. But if I'm being honest, me declining an invite to Community Day or any other 2K
flex, by the way.
event, I don't feel like is going to change Take-Two corporate executives' mind on their business strategy.
This is the part that pisses me off about the 2K community. The pinnacle of the 2K community is getting invited to Community Day. For those unaware, what Community Day is, towards the end of August or the beginning of September, creators get flown out a week or two early before 2K comes out. They get to play the game and upload footage. That's it. A basic playtest event. And get to look at Ronnie2K's new wig in person. You don't get nothing cool from this. That is standard industry shit. I go to about 10, 11, 150,000 of them events in LA alone, okay? These niggas sell their souls for a fucking early access to a game that comes out every year. That's the part that kills me. Community Day my ass. Fuck that nigga Ronnie.
Unfortunately, microtransactions are a part of gaming now. It's not just 2K. It's damn near every video game you play. Microtransactions are part of their business model. And realistically, they're not going anywhere in the future. But that doesn't mean we can't do anything. So now let's talk about taking action. What I plan on doing.
He said they get flown out like OF models. They do.
That was educate and inform people on the actual challenges that we are up against. I did that in my first video. I wanted to try to unite the public and unite the creators and get everybody behind what we actually wanted changed. But as I said, it doesn't really seem like getting everybody on the same page is going to happen anytime soon. And the longer we wait, the closer we get to the 2K27 launch date, and the less likely they're going to change anything. So here's what I plan to personally do. Now, although I don't have direct contact to the higher-ups in the company, of course I have talked to, as I said, 2K employees and 2K devs. So I want to try to present solutions that they can actually impact the change with. They don't have control over VC prices or microtransactions as a whole, but they do have impact in the way things are implemented within the game. So I think that's our spot where we can negotiate some change. So I'm going to try to push for two things. And
the door keeps opening and closing. It's because he's cutting. I don't know. Maybe he has like kids or like a wife. They're coming in while he's recording, so he has to cut it out. You're trying to like present it as like some Jeepers Creepers shit. I'm pretty sure somebody walked in the room. He doesn't want that in the video. He likes to keep his life private.
Listen, I'm not stupid. I know companies need to make money. So the two things I'm going to push for, I'm going to advocate why it benefits us, but why it could also benefit 2K. I think that's the only way we're going to be able to negotiate and actually see something change. The first, make the VC that we buy have more value. Make it last longer. Add longevity to the thing we are purchasing.
No. Get rid of it. Problem solved. This is why nothing will be solved. This man said, all right, so here's the solution. Instead of fucking us, I want to get slow fucked, Ronnie. No, just get rid of it. It shouldn't be in the game, period.
How can you do that? So for example, in my team, when you buy a card, eventually you don't want that card anymore. You resell that card. You might not get back 100% of what it's worth, but you get some value back that you can then put to the next card or pack.
He's acting like a moderate.
You don't have anything like that. Now, if you remember a few years ago, there was talk about respecing our builds. It could be something you have to unlock. It could be a one-time thing every season. Something that allows...
Matter of fact, here's a happy medium. If they really want to keep VC in the game because they want to make money off of microtransactions, keep it in the game. but VC should only be for clothes. Upgrading your player should be skill points. That's a happy medium. But VC to upgrade your character should never be a fucking thing. And that's the issue of why 2K, the 2K community can never, like, you, this is a bad take. He's been cool for the most of the video, but this is a bad take. As I said, I'm like, bro, you want to get slow fucked? I don't want to get fucked, period.
You to take an old build you don't want anymore, get some of the VC back, and put that VC towards a new build. I think that also encourages players to make more builds, which of course 2K would love. Now, speaking of the value and the longevity of our VC, I think making VC more attainable.
And niggas will still buy clothes in the game, so it's a win-win. Ding, ding, ding.
Dividends for us, the consumer, but would
they might end up spending more money on the clothes because now I know the builds are free, and I think you get 20 slots per account. So I can make as many builds as I want for free, and I can just buy clothes. They might actually end up making more money from that.
Also help 2K. By making the VC more attainable and more valuable, it's going to keep people on the game longer. If you keep people on the game longer, they're seeing the advertisements that 2K place within the game. It's good for all parties. For example, the challenges that we can complete in the game to unlock VC. Either add more VC to each challenge, so instead of doing 1,000 3-pointers to get 1,000 VC, make it 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 VC as a reward.
I do agree with that, and that did used to be a thing in the game. When you would complete challenges, you would get shit ton of VC. Now you complete a challenge, you get 500 VC, like 200 VC. It's not fucking worth it. I do agree with that.
Or make the challenges less tedious, so you can earn that 1,000 VC without having to make 1,000 shots. The plus side for this on 2K is if people see it's more,
that would allow you to grind the game for free much easier.
To grind the game, you could increase the amount of VC we get for each game mode that we play. I mean, we're playing a 30-minute rec game and we're getting 1,000 VC. So you'd have to play 10 rec games to get 10,000 VC. That's 5 hours of gameplay.
By the way, that's only if you play good. That's coming from the perspective of, because he plays, for those unaware, he's like on one of the top 5 best pro-am teams in 2K. He's a pro level player. That's what you're getting. Mookie and them that run with random wrecks and shit, nigga, we're getting 200 VC. They be jacking up shots and bullshit, averaging -5 assists. He ain't getting that per game. So it's 20 games to get to 10,000 VC. Yo, shout out to Margie with the sub. Appreciate it, bro.
And you still can't even.
Yeah, them C- games, bro. Be giving you 350 max. Nah, who's getting 1,000 a match?
T-shirt. The second thing I'm going to be pushing for is add more free build rewards. In 2K26, if you hit Legend 1, you got a free maxed out build upgrade. It's clearly been approved. It's already in the game. Can we add that to other areas? For example, can you add it to lifetime challenges? If you
I'd argue you should get that for every, what do they call it right here? I'd argue every time you hit like a new level. So when you hit starter, free build, veteran, free build, legend, free build. I'd argue you should do that for every level, every new tier that you hit.
You got a free maxed out build upgrade. It's clearly been approved. It's already in the game.
Shout out to Lennon's Barber with the sub. Appreciate it.
Areas. For example, can you add it to lifetime challenges? If you complete 100 lifetime challenges, you get a free maxed out build upgrade slot. 2K loves the season pass. You could add it as one of the rewards each season. You can unlock one
ball hogging
free
duo trios are the worst. Oh yeah, and the rec
season pass.
When you get paired up with people playing boyfriend ball.
It's your choice. Instead of only having it at Legend 1, add it to a couple of the lower rep levels as a rep reward. Instead of allowing me to become the Silver Surfer, I don't care. I would much rather grind to get a free build. Again, that's going to keep people grinding, playing the game longer, seeing all the advertisements, more likely to engage on all the stuff 2K is promoting within their game. It's a win-win for both sides. Another idea that I personally think is great.
Shout out to Hoodie Sean. As somebody who was invited to 2K Day multiple times, this shit is literally pointless. The game we play early is a limited demo with 2 game modes and that weak ass player builder. We came up there with notes and feedback and it literally gets ignored. Or at best, our input is used 2 to 3 years later, but they take 1 or 2 things off the entire list. I think that shit will never change. Yeah, that's literally, appreciate that. That's literally what I'm saying. Like, I know, like, I don't get invited to community day. I'm always going to shit on Ronnie. Like, I don't want to go to community day, but I get invited to tons of gaming events every year. Like I'm going to an Onimusha one at the end of the month, allegedly. So I know how the shit goes. I play a lot of different games at events. A lot of these times with these events, they just want you to come out and try the game. They're not looking for fucking feedback, bro. That shit is a lie. That's one of the greatest lies the 2K community does. Them niggas will tweet out, "Hey man, I'm going to community day, bro. What you want me to let the devs know?" Nigga, they don't want to know. That nigga Ronnie does not. You're there to straighten his wig. That's what you're there to do, bro. You're not there to give any fucking. It's a demo. It's not bait. If they really cared about the feedback, they'd bring you in early into the development.
Is you get your first build.
You're there to promote the game.
Overall for free. On our side, we would love to just get
that's the part that pisses me the most off about the 2K community, because they're selling out their own community. Because at what point do you say to yourself, "Yo, I'm getting used. and I'm not even being compensated"? The compensation is you get flown out once a year. So
a free build to start the game. But on 2K's side, imagine if they were promoting, if you pre-order the game or if you buy the game at all, you get your first build for free. I think sales would go through the roof. More people would buy the game knowing their first build is going to be free. The barrier to entry is easier. Once you get people in that my player game mode, they're more likely to want to invest more VC.
Nah, I didn't talk about the Tides of Annihilation. I know it's going to be a Gamescom. Did I miss something else?
For a second build, a third build. It benefits 2K and it benefits our player base. As I said, I'm personally going to be pushing for these two ideas, trying to negotiate on how it can benefit both sides and ultimately make it better for our community. Now, I get it. People are going to watch this and they're not going to agree with my ideas or the way that I'm going about it. But for me, in my head, in my heart, this is the best way that I can potentially affect change in a positive way for the.
No, I agree. Somebody in the chat said he's acting like a moderate. No, you're still giving power to the corporation. It should be, "Hey, y'all need to do this or we're not going to play it anymore. I'm going to change my channel content and I'm going to go do something else, bro." Because for the most part, what he was saying was okay, but the key thing that I disagreed with him is the concept of the VC. Like, no, I feel like the happy medium is VC should only be for clothes, but skill points need to return to the game. That part, I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree. And as long as we're fighting amongst ourselves on what should and should not be in the game, nothing's gonna ever solve. You can't be a moderate with these fucking people, bro. You got to let them know, like, this is the fuck it is, bro. We're the one, because at the end of the day, you got to keep in mind, we're the ones that pay these people's bills. We have the power to take that money away from them.
Community.
He's doing an 80-20, but y'all already lost the war on 2K.
Now, full transparency with you guys, this is going to be happening behind the scenes. My channel is about entertaining people. My job is to entertain people. Nobody wants to come home from a long day of work, day after day after day, and listen to some guy bitch about a video game. So I'm glad I'm able to make these couple videos to get all my thoughts out so you guys know exactly where I stand on everything. Now, these battles taking place behind the scenes are nothing new for me. I
disagree with that right there. I'm a bitch about the video game all the fuck I want. I'd argue that's why you're in the situation that you're in right now, Joe. Y'all don't bitch a fucking enough. We do a little bit of bitching. Now you're talking about nobody want to hear anybody bitching on a fucking video game. Guys, they're getting rid of this. They're charging you more than ever because of these AI data centers. This is why we're in the position that we're in. This is why I said y'all got bad leaders in the 2K community, man. I think he means well, but like he's not the guy.
A lot of stuff that I've never told anybody about. That is
he's not ready. He's not ready.
And none of it was paid. I wasn't able to create any content from it. I couldn't even discuss it because it was under a non-disclosure agreement. I was simply taking time away from my wife, time away from my kids, because I care about this game and I care about this community. Anything I can do to help, I'm more than happy to help. And I'm not saying this because I want you to give me some super credit for anything that happens. I'm just telling you, the people that are saying that I'm not doing things are absolutely clueless and are talking out of their ass. So I'm going to continue to fight these battles behind the scenes, not only to try to get us the best and most fun game possible, but also to try to advocate for our community to make our experience better overall. And if people want to find some sick way to twist that up and make it into a negative, well then that's their problem. I think Bordeaux from the college football community summed it up best. I'll continue to speak my mind on everything I believe in, but I also won't make my entire personality hating EA. That's essentially where I'm at.
He got a family to take care of. He can't go cold turkey. I disagree. This nigga got like 1 million subs, bro.
I'm always going to speak my mind. And anytime I get to talk to a 2K employee or a
Ridge Racer,
who knows, maybe one day a corporate executive from Take-Two, I'm always going to push for things that I think will make the game better and things that will help the community. So like I said, I'm sure some people will disagree with my approach. I'm sure some people will twist this video into some negative thing. It is what it is at this point. The people that have supported me for years, you guys know who I am. If I'm still invited to any 2K27 events this summer, I'll be pushing for these changes to hopefully give us a better 2K27 experience.
I wouldn't go as far as say like, X1. I think he means well. Let's get something straight. Like, I don't have an issue with him, like, personally. I think he means well, but he ain't ready to fight the fight. Facts. I show hella glitches and bullshit in my video. Motherfuckers always complain every year. This community don't want the game fixed. They love to play the shit of sugar sprinkled on it. Pretty much. Pretty much. I think he means well, but like that's not enough. You got to be able to stand your ground. Yeah, very centrist view. Like he's doing his best trying not to piss people off. And the thing is, if you want to affect change, you're gonna piss people off, bro. It is what it is. I've seen motherfuckers with 40 views on Twitch take care of their family. I ain't never seen that, bro. My voice sounds obnoxious. All right, turn the stream off, bitch ass nigga. Shut the fuck up. I'll help you. Get that ass banned. Now you don't gotta listen anymore. You listen to yourself, go to hell.
When I say bum, 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 when I say bum.
Since you can't listen to me anymore, let me know what the sounds of hellfire sound like, nigga. Shooting all up your ass, bitch ass nigga. All 9 circles. Go run them laps, pussy. Let me know what the devil think. I think that's all I got for ya. Shout out to Joe Knows though. Shout out to Joe Knows. Hopefully more people start speaking up. Because to be fair, it's not Joe's responsibility too. It's not his it's all of our responsibility collectively. I don't think people are mad enough. I want to see more people speak out, more people make videos. I'd be more than happy to like watch them all and like react to them and see what they say. But I do think just from that video, y'all need to take the 2K community to take a little bit of a stronger stance, man. I mean, look at the way Ronnie behaves on social media. The only thing he responds to is like hyper negative shit. That means you got to take a strong stance in order for them to hear you. Bro, wow, that's why I fuck with you. Hey, I be chilling. I don't disrespect nobody. As long as you don't disrespect me. How you gonna come in my stream and tell me to shut the fuck up? Just like the dude yesterday that told me I wasn't attractive. I'm like, what? Bro, that's gay. Like, and don't disrespect the gay people. It's just like you when people say that shit to me, I'm like, do you realize what the fuck you just said to me? Oh, TBH, you're not attractive enough from the stream. The fuck is wrong with you, dude? I don't like men anyway. And if I did, I wouldn't like you, nigga. The fuck are you talking about? Well, why was he wondering if you were attractive? This is a video game stream, bruh. What is wrong with y'all? We still smoking on that tray pack? That tray pack, right. Yeah, the never-ending projection. Like, that's where your mind went? That's why your body looked like that. Damn, how long was you looking at my body, nigga? God damn. Need to be a consultant for these 2K niggas? Well, the good thing about me is I play a lot of different games. So like I don't really care that much. At the end of the day, for me, if I don't like 2K, I'll just go play something else. That's what I wish these other 2K streamers would do, like creators. Like just go play something else, man. This is the year really to have a backbone. There's so many great games out.
Who sell out the community don't realize how many potential viewers they're missing out on in the NBA space because they want a shitty logo and a picture with Ronnie2K.
Yo, shout out to Get Hustle with the $20 super chat. I agree with you, and I'm gonna add on to what you just said too. What's funny too that I feel like a lot of the bigger 2K community doesn't understand is that if you take that strong stance and you end up winning the fight and they make effective changes to the game, you will become a legend in the community. The people will love you. Like an example being is in that video with Joe Knows, he referenced Martin Luther King. You could be the Martin Luther King of 2K, the Malcolm X of 2K. But the difference between Martin Luther King and Joe Knows, and this is why I didn't like him referencing that, is Martin Luther King had a strong stance. Do y'all know why they killed him? They killed Martin Luther King because right before he died, he was talking about class consciousness and socialism. That's when they said click, click, boom, for Joe Knows to reference him and give a moderate take. No, we don't need any fucking middle of the ground ass takes. You need to have a strong stance and say, this is what I believe in, and I'm sticking with the people. Stop referencing our heroes. If you don't know what you're talking about. I can't wait for the Dragon Quest Awakening. LOL, fuck 2K, tight shit. I want to get on that From Dust demo, bro. Yeah, he started talking about reparations and they killed him, bro. There was a way for him to chain that into the conversation. I just don't feel like he did it correctly. Yeah, I didn't beat this Dust Fade demo, so I want to play it. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick though. They have to riot for 2K. That's their bread and butter. Listen, man. And here's the other part before I take a quick break. NBA 2K 14, 15, 16. I'll even give you 17, 18. I understand it. When 14 came out, and especially 15 and 16, and the park got super popular, that's when a lot of people blew up. A lot of people blew up. and they was making it out their mama basement as park creators. The problem is in 2026, hardly anybody's blowing up from that era for a multitude of reasons. A, the park is just not new and refreshing anymore. B, there's a lack of creativity. So like what's happening, I think, with the 2K community is I feel like a lot of the 2K creators still have that idea of 2K15 and 16 in their head, that they're the next big park player or rec player and stuff like that. And I'm here to let y'all know that that door has been closed, man. It's kind of like selling crack in 2026, you know? You guys missed it. When the big snowballs was out back in like 85 to like 89, that's when the crack was pure. Like, you selling crack in 2026, nigga, don't nobody want that shit. Like, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying, bro. It's the shit's been stepped on now. It's not the same. And that happens a lot of times with a lot of movements, right? 2K was a movement. Like, y'all remember the drill movement with Chicago? That was a movement. And out of that drill movement, we got Chief Keef, G Herbo, Bibby with Juice WRLD and shit. It's a few people who ran through that door and they made it. Yeah, well, Lil Reese kind of. But eventually the door closes. Then you had the New York drill movement. A couple people ran through. Eventually the door closes. I'd argue the door closed on 2K probably in like 2K19 probably. I think 2K's heyday was 14 to 17, and then it started to taper off at 18, 19. You missed the window. So what are you selling out the community for? If you really want to blow up and be the next big content creator, I hate to break it to you, it's not going to come from your shitty rec gameplay. I promise you. It's not going to come from you doing fancy dribble moves in the rec and doing crazy passes like Magic Johnson to R&B music. I hope we got the message. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick and then we're going to